Hello everyone. Today we are going to present with the topic that how to reduce stress and certain creativity under pressure. In our presentation, we got five parts. Uh, that is the heavy workload, stress and creativity, reduce stress, sustaining creativity, and the last one is summary and conclusions. Let's start with Quang so he can give us some background.
Uh, Hello everyone. Today I talk background in nowadays. Uh, Many people find a heavy workload at school or work. The situation compress both time and mental space, meaning we have less time to relax and feel more pressure in our mind. As a result, two things often happen at the same time. We feel very stressed, but we also need to be creative to finish everything. Stress usually comes from having limited time, multitasking, and high expectation from others. When we have too many tasks, we can feel tired and worry about making a mistake. However, a heavy workload also forces us to chill out relatively. This is called problem solving under pressure. Because we are busy, we have to find faster and smarter way to complete our work and solve problems effectively. In conclusion, a heavy workload is difficult to handle. It can make us feel exhausted, but it also teaches us how to work better under pressure to stay healthy and productive. It's important to find a balance to check the not just over our life. Okay, this is the first part one. In today, in the second member, the member to
Do you feel stressed? Member Lê Thị Lụa.
Okay, hello everyone. When I rarely feel stressed, but when I have a lot of tasks, little time, or high expectations from the teacher or from my boss, I feel stressed. And sometimes I feel stressed because I am afraid of making mistake or not doing well. So can from this, I can see stress can affect the creativity in a different way. And next slide. The first, a small amount of stress can help us focus and think faster. It can force us to find new ideas and solve problems. However, when stress becomes too strong, it makes our mind tired. We may feel nervous, confused, or stuck. At that time, it is hard to think creatively or come up with a new idea. Because of this, stress and creativity are close connected. When stress is controlled, creativity can grow. But when stress is too high, creativity often disappears. And this is why learning how to manage stress is important for doing creative work.
I want to bring us back to the human element behind all these strategies. We talk about managing our energy through techniques like modify Pomodoro, deep work block, and reduce FOMO. That means fear of missing out. But there is one truth we cannot ignore. Stress isolates us when we are overwhelmed. We often believe we are the only one failing to keep up. That feeling silently drains our energy more than any notifications ever could. For me, the most powerful energy management tool is communications. When I feel overloaded, I don't wait until I burn out. I talk to a peer or a mentor immediately. Very often, sim- simply saying the problem out loud makes it feel 50% less scary. It has turned chaos into clarity. We need to normalize saying, I am overloaded. Can you help me prioritize? Because no productivity system works in isolation. To summarize our group discussion, manage your energy by prioritizing sleep, protecting your focus, controlling digital noise, finding inspiration outside your work, and most importantly, don't be afraid to ask for support. Sustainable performance is not about doing everything alone. It's about knowing when to pause, reset, and reach out. That is my part.
For I have a question for Đậu Đức Toàn. When work gets busy and pressure built up, how do you sustain your creativity?
Mm, well, when my workload is heavy, I've learned that creativity doesn't just happen on its own. It needs both creative input and mental space to work properly. For me, creative input is like food for thought. When I stay in the same working environment for too long, my thinking becomes repetitive. So to avoid that, I make small but practical changes, such as tidying up or rearranging my desk. Since I work in content creation, I also spend a few minutes reading short pieces of content on social media or picking up ideas through casual small talk with colleagues. These quick inputs help refresh my mind without pulling me away from work. However, creative input alone is not enough. Just like food needs time to be digested, ideas also need mental space. Instead of forcing myself to think continuously, I take short mental breaks. Sometimes I step out into the hallway to get a sip of water or simply pause and do nothing for a moment. These small pauses help my mind reset and ideas often come back more naturally. Yeah, from my experience, creativity lasts when I balance creative input with mental space. When I manage that balance well, I feel more. I feel less stressed and more creative, even when the pressure is high. So now, last but not least, Miss Huyen will summarize our topic today.
So, summary and conclusion in today's fast-paced world, people often have the workload test both mental strength and creative abilities during this demanding period. Stress management and sustained creativity reinforce each other. When stress is managed effectively, the mind becomes more clearer, and more open to new ideas. As a result, challenges feel more manageable and less overwhelming. Um, Instead of seeing pressure as a threat, creative individual often see it as an opportunity. Um, with lower stress levels, creativity can flow more naturally and consistently. At the same time, creativity itself become a powerful tool for handling pressure. This creates a positive cycle between calmness and creative productivity. Without proper stress control, creativity might decline and frustration might increase. Therefore, balancing emotional well-being and create, creative effort is essential. In modern life, this balance is no longer optional but necessary. By managing stress and nurturing creativity, individuals can perform better and stay resilient under pressure.